I get this question a lot, and it's how do I find my stop loss? Well, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. So let's come over to this practice account and I can show you. So for example, we went long at 21953. Now, you want to have your stop loss in place before this. So let's say you only want to risk $500 on a trade. Well, $500 on a trade, as we come down here, is 25 points. Okay, so I would put my stop loss, stop market sell, at 928. Okay, so that's where my stop loss would be because I'm only risking $500. You can do that by dragging your stop loss down or going into the DOM here, so the depth of market, and just pretty much double clicking. I think most platforms do a double click, and you can add a stop loss. So we're long here, right? We were hoping for this to go long, and it's actually going long, and have a sell up here for just for fun for about, it's almost 50 points, so about $900. So 50 points would be 222,003. That's $1,000. Okay, so 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Really, the key is understanding how much do you want to lose in a given trade. Like, obviously, every trade is not going to work in your favor, and you're not going to be perfect. So, what can you do? Well, if you have a 20-point or a 15-point stop loss, that's great. But that just basically means that you want to lose $200 to $300 if in case it goes, worst case scenario, and goes against you. So I like to use the dollar value for my stops so that I know what I have on any given trade to risk. And so when that does happen, I know I have $500 to risk and it's not going to upset me. So hopefully that was helpful. And again, you just set your stop loss based on the value you want to lose, or if you're more comfortable of just doing always like a 10 or 15-point stop, I like to do something that's a little bit wider so that your trade can work out. Because if you don't do that, then when there are these volatile times and it moves 10 to 15 to 20 points in a single candle, you're just going to keep getting stopped out. And I'd rather not get stopped out. I'd rather have my trade play out and give it time. So what my mentor always taught me is if you want a trade to play out, you have to give it more space. So cut your position down. So if you're typically trading 5 contracts, then go to maybe 2 or 1. And that way you can increase your stop so that you have more room to trade, but you're still only going to lose $500 if it goes in the wrong direction, right? Because if you're trading, say, like, for example, let's do 5, okay? So 5 contracts, and our stop loss is still 25 points. That's a $2,000 loss, okay, as you can see here. So this would be a $2,000 loss. Sure, the profit's going to be better, but that's a $2,000 loss versus a $500 loss. And if you're trading in a prop firm account, you're going to know that the drawdown is, depending on what size that you pick, like a 50K account or 100K or 150 account, those drawdowns are different, right? Like, you don't really trade with $50,000. You trade with $1,500 of drawdown. So you oversizing is going to help you blow your accounts a lot faster. And a lot of the times there's consistency rules or drawdown rules. So if you trade smaller, you're going to have more success in your trades actually winning because you're giving them time to actually play out versus just a 10-point or a 5-point stop just getting hit every single time. So hopefully that helps you understand stop losses and understand the mechanics and the psychology and how to find risk management for your trades. So again, just look for how much you want to risk on a trade and then work backwards. And every point in the NQ is $20, right? So 1 point is moved. So from here at basically 950, we go up 1. Well, let me sell these. You can see So 1 point, which would be 938, is $20, right? So 1 point in NQ means that you're going to get $20. So times that by 5, then you have $100, right? So just whatever you want to risk. If you want to risk $500, move your stop loss down 25 points. And it's probably good to write these down so then you can just quickly calculate that. Like, okay, I'm entering long at, say, 950. My stop loss is going to be 925, right? So that way you can find things very, very quick and you can execute and make quick decisions in your trades without blowing your account. If that's helpful, give me a follow. I'll give you some more trading insight and education so that hopefully you can maximize your returns and be a better trader, learn risk management. So give a follow and I'll post education content like this more.